Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This will be my third video today. Again, we are marching toward a plot that looks something like what we see over here in the lower right hand corner, which will in fact imitate some of the kinds of things that you're going to be doing with your bull trout data set. So we are right here. If you remember, we had just done a plot and we talked about parameters. And so now I'm going to take our original data frame, which is match data, and I'm going to create another data frame called temp. That's just my word because it's temporary. It has nothing to do with anything that our or Google or say has embedded within the development environment or that Google would know about. That's just my word, and there's a reason that I've done that, which will become apparent in just a moment. So I've just printed it out, but you'll notice that I now look at the gender in 2015. This is the 20 samples from 2015, but I have my males and my females. And I'm going to create those as a factor. Let's just take a quick look. I might have already done that, and that would be unfortunate. Yes, it is. They already created the temp $gender 15 as a factor, which is unfortunate because if I hadn't and it was still remaining a character vector, you'd see all of these down here in quotes. And you may see that when you actually create this and run it from the very beginning. If I close the development environment and restarted, we would see that. But I wanted to create it as a factor because there are certain things that I won't be able to accomplish unless I do. So there we are. That is the gender. There are still males and females, but the class or data type is not character, the day, or anything else I might have created it to be. The data type actually is a factor, which really makes it a categorical variable that I can use. But the total point of this video is these next two lines of code. And notice I create a new variable called pchs, and it's a vector that has 3 and 4 in it. And so what is this? Well, it's obviously mimicking the PCH data in some ways, and that if I go back to my files and I look at my PCHS values, you see that 3 and 4, when I start calling upon them, will actually be across and also across in the other orientation. And so I'm going to want to assign those two different genders. That's really the point of what's happening with this assignment. And the other thing that is happening is that I want to associate a color vector with a new variable I name called COLS, which is just has red and gray 60 in it. And so that would be this case. And I'll show you in another video how I'm going to use those. But again, if we go to colors, we can see the different options that I had, and I just happened to choose red, and which is a course of standard color. And then I chose gray 60, which is also one of the standard grays that you can see in our plot here. So, but you can choose what you like. And so that's going to allow me to begin to move forward toward this plot that I want, where I'm going to have females is the red crosses, where the bar is horizontal, and then the diagonal XS will become the males, and they will be engraved. So you can see that I'm going to match 3 with red and 4 with gray. And 4, of course, is going to be the value for the horizontal bar. Looks like that's the X. And then the horizontal bar will be a 3. And so that's what we are really trying to do, is begin to match them so that I can plot what I want is appropriate. So without further ado, that will do it for this very short video. And then we're going to move on to some advanced plotting probably tomorrow.